Really, really proud of the fight we had today. Win or lose, that would have been that's the kind of team that I think we want to have on the floor and the fight that we want to possess on a regular basis. Obviously makes it better when you win, but really proud of the way that we continued to scrap. Got down double digits early, continued to fight, clawed our way back, got stops, defended and rebounded, and came up with some big plays offensively, and really proud of the effort tonight.
How big was Conrad for you guys today?
I mean, 21 minutes, 13 and 6.
Taking charges.
Like, that might vault him to, like, our top front court guy. You know what I mean? Like, dudes, he's going to jump to the top of the stat sheet, huh? Third leading scorer. I mean, huge. I mean, it was, he got in the Mississippi Valley State game early in the year. I thought he was a little overwhelmed. Obviously played some minutes Thursday. Thought the speed of the game was a little much for him. And in one of the timeouts, I said, because the way he played today is the way he practices on a regular basis. And I said in the timeout, I said, what's funny is Conrad would be like a top, 3 or 4 pick in our practice. And he gets into the game, and the game is too fast for him. What does that say about our practice? So as soon as I walked in the locker room today, they all reminded me of that. But he was awesome. I mean, he was in the right spot, kept it simple, finished when he got around the basket. And who knows, maybe he's someone that we can rely on to give us some minutes and some energy and some pop, because we certainly could use it more frequently.
How much did his performance just kind of fuel the team in like a fun aspect too? Because it seemed like whenever he scored, the bench went crazy, everybody got into it more, and that kind of made everybody else play better.
Yeah, exactly. I think it was he's not only got some rebounds in the first half, finished around the basket, and it got guys excited, and it gave guys energy, and we've been looking for a source of energy for a long time, and so if we found one, that's great. I believe, I don't know if he's going to get 13 and 6 every night, but I know he's going to play really hard, and he's going to try and be in the right spot. And he's going to give great effort. And I think, if he can come off the bench and give us some life and some energy, that can help other guys maybe, realize that this is a fun thing to go out and compete and play hard and, try your best.
How did the team, how do his teammates view him? Is he somebody that, they want to see do well because he is a walk-on and kind of has that story? Is he
Yeah, I mean, he's a guy who, sometimes guys get mad at him in practice because he can be, to them, a little bit on the annoying side, because he's going to go and crash and try and get every rebound, But the way he practices is the way he played today. And so, guys respect his work ethic. Guys respect, what he does for the team every day. Guys respect his attitude. He's really earned, a lot of respect in that locker room. I know the coaches have respected him for a long time, and I think his teammates saw, especially this year, how much more comfortable he was in practice, and how much effort he gave, and so I think for them to see him go out and do that, they were really excited in the locker room. They were really excited for him, and again, we haven't had many reasons to celebrate this year, but it was the most excited locker room we've had all year, and most of it was directed towards Conrad.
Elijah talked about the one-on-one meetings you held with all the players. Do you think that was something necessary for you to get through to guys individually? Something that you talked about has been hard in the past, and that you think it worked too?
I don't know. I think it's more therapeutic for me than anything else. I don't always know, what the takeaway is. Obviously we had a great fight tonight, and so my fingers crossed that was the takeaway. But we just talked to guys about whether they were, tired of losing. And we talked about, okay, how many times out of the 18 games we played so far this year has anybody, or have we as a team, tried our best to follow a game plan and a scouting report and the details that we practice every day? And you sit there across from guys and they say, 2, 4, 3, and it's like, come on, why not try it? I told him in the first half, I would so much rather have everybody be in the right spot, try and execute offense to the best of your ability, and say we lose. Well, then it's on the coaches, right? Then the coaches got to figure out how to get you in the right spot, or how to get a right guy a shot, or how to manage substitutions. I would so much rather it be on us every day. because we're doing everything that we're asked to do and still coming up short. Well, then we got to search for more answers. But if we're not even doing what we're being asked to do and we're still losing games, that's where it gets frustrating. And so today I thought, other than a handful of plays, guys were in the right spots. Guys followed details. Guys didn't break plays off when we tried to run plays, right? Even if they didn't work, right? Even if we got a good shot and we missed, or if we turned it over, like the next time down, we called a play. Guys tried to run that play. And that's like the basic coach-player relationship that is universal, that we were struggling with. And I thought today we did a much better job of that.
How big was Kayvon tonight as far as controlling the tempo?
Yeah, I think he did an excellent job of it. He was huge. A couple maybe questionable decisions early, but I thought he really settled in. I thought he was on the same page with the coaching staff on the bench, and there was great communication there back and forth, and that's what you need from your point guard. And when he's locked in and focused like that, he can really help us manage a game, especially with a short roster, especially against a really talented team like FDU, who scores the ball at a high rate and would much rather get up and down the floor. That's not us, and we got to be able to understand that and accept it and embrace it. Hey, if we need to win 64-58, certainly feel a lot better about the guys in the locker room winning 64-58 than losing 85-72, right? We might score some more points, but you're still taking L's. And so we gotta find that middle ground, and I thought Kayvon did a really good job of kind of keeping us in that the lane we need to be in, which is maybe one over from the slow lane.
Do you think Maddie kind of took the fact that you've been talking about a lack of effort, a lack of energy? You think he's taken that to heart a little bit? I mean, it seemed like today, especially on the defensive end, he's really putting in the effort, jogging the ball, stealing. You think he's kind of trying to emphasize that?
Yeah, absolutely. I think he's a extremely competitive player. He's not afraid to give up his body. He's not afraid to make some of those winning plays. The last 4 or 5 games, his defense has been much improved. He's coming up with some 50-50 balls. He's getting on the floor. He's giving himself up to win, and that's what you have to do at this level. You got to be willing to get on the floor. And he got on the floor one time. Stephen Whitley got on the floor, did a great job. I got on Isaiah in the first half because he kind of bent over, and the FDU guy jumped on the ball right down in the far corner. He ended up traveling, but those are the plays that get you beat. Right? Those are the plays that get you beat. And all the other times we got on the floor, it was positive for us. And so, if Matty can spearhead that charge, that would be awesome. And I think he wants to win badly, and so he's willing to do whatever it takes to do that.
You guys got down early in the first half. Was there any kind of feeling within you that is a here we go again feeling, kind of like Thursday? Or did you sense a different attitude from yourself or from the team that was just something different from 48 hours?
Well, as a coach, you kind of live in a constant state of not feeling good and nervousness and stomach aches. And so we called the timeout when we got down. I think it was 22-13 or 24-13 or whatever, 26-13. And we called the timeout, and that's what I said what you just said. Are we just going to shut it down and quit? Because that's what we did Thursday. It was 17-7, and we didn't, things didn't go our way, and we acted like babies, and then it was 43-13. So I said, are we going to just shut it down and quit? Or what are we about? And we were able to come out of that. I think we got a 3-point play right after that, scored a couple buckets, and kind of were able to steady ourselves. And so I didn't know how it was going to go. And they came out and they made some great plays, got some stops, and really kind of clawed our way back into the game. And I think that was a really big key, obviously, that we took a punch and we responded.
Is there a timetable for Rodney's return?
Nope.